Hello 6th standard students. Today we are going to start our fifth topic of mathematics, that is understanding elementary shapes. Okay, what is the meaning of understanding elementary shapes? Understanding, that means you have to study some new terms related to shapes in this topic. Elementary, that means you know the basic shapes. But now in this topic we are going to study same these shapes but with the different angles. That means we have to understanding these shapes with the help of their measurements. And shapes, you know it well. So without wasting our time, we will start to recall which type of shapes we already know. Now look at here. This is a point. This is a line segment. How we can see this? This is a line segment. Then you can say that the line segment have two endpoints. Line doesn't have any two endpoints because they are always increasing either on their sides. Ray, it having one endpoint and its other side is increasing on its way. This is a triangle because it having three sides and three angles. This is a circle. This is a square. How we can say that this is a square? In this diagram you can see that all these four sides are having same sign. That means it having same length. So because of these properties we can say it is a square. And you can see this opposite sides are equal and all angles are right angle angle as like square. So it is a rectangle. Already in the last year you have studied all these shapes. And now in this topic we are going to study these shapes but with the help of different view, with the help of different types by using their measurements. But study because before that we will study how we can recognize and how we can measure, how we can compare these shapes. Now you can see this. There are two segments, line segment PQ and line segment XY. Now there is a one question. You have to tell me that both are same or not. Yes, some students will say yes, both are same. Some students will say no, it's not look like this. But we can say that yes, it is the same. But there are many ways that we have to compare this length. So now we will study how many ways are there to compare different types of shapes. Now look at here, the first one is by observation. That means by only observation you can tell us that whether it is small or bigger. In nursery, junior KG, senior KG, already you have studied. By observation you can easily tell us that which one is shorter, which one is taller, which one is longer, which one is shorter, which one is thicker, which one is thinner. Okay, already by observation, how to recognize which one is smaller and which one is bigger, already you have studied. Okay, so by observation you can easily tell us that which shape is bigger and which shape is smaller. And by observation we can say that line segment PQ and line segment XY are both same. By tracing, okay, with the help of by tracing paper you can easily identify or you can easily compare both line segments. You have to take a trace paper, you have to place it on one line segment and you have to draw on the tracing paper. And same tracing paper you have to put on the another segment. If both diagram carry same length, that means both line segments have same length. So both line segments are equal. So as like that, by using tracing paper or by tracing, you can easily compare the given shapes. By using a ruler and divider. You know that divider, our compass box having one compass and divider having two metallic points. Okay, with the help of these two metallic points, easily you can measure these line segments with the help of its ruler. If I place a ruler on one segment PQ, you can see this. Okay, now I have to place the same ruler on XY. Oh, both are same. So with the help of using ruler or divider, you can easily compare the given shapes. As like that, by observation, by tracing and and by using a ruler and divider, we easily compare the given shape like this segment. Okay, now positioning error. While constructing an quadrilateral, triangle or many other shapes, we have to keep our positioning in a right way. Okay, this is a ruler. Now I have to draw our segment. So I will keep in this line or on notebook. Okay, so if I have to draw 5 centimeter long segment, so I have to see on above its ruler. If I see like this way or if I see like this way, it will give us a wrong measurement. So we to draw correct figure with the help of correct measurement, we have to look from the above side of this ruler as like this way. Okay, if your positioning is like this way above the ruler, then it means you can easily draw a line with the correct measurement. But if you see by this way, okay, or by this way, you will not get a correct measurements. Look in this diagram. Positioning error. This is a ruler and this is the segment that I have to draw. But if I am keeping my eye position on the above side of the ruler, then it will be the correct eye position. But if I am measuring from the right hand side or the left hand side, it will be the wrong eye position. So while drawing the shapes with the correct measurement, we have to keep our correct eye position. It is most important point. Okay, and you have to remind this always that you have to take your correct eye position. And what is the correct eye position? While drawing any or while considering any shape, you have to keep your eye position at above sides. Okay, as like this straight way, not by right hand side or by left hand side. These two ways are the wrong. These two way positioning are wrong eye position. So we have to take a correct eye position like this way. You have to do like this way. Okay. So always remind that while constructing any shape or while drawing any shape, you have to keep your correct eye position. Okay. So with the help of this information, we have to solve exercise 5.1. So without wasting our time, we will solve exercise 5.1.
Now we will start to solve our first exercise of chapter 5, Understanding Elementary Shapes. Exercise 5.1. The first question is, what is the disadvantage in comparing line segments by mere observation? And the solution is, there may be possibility of error due to improper viewing. In this video already we have studied how we have to observe the ruler and in which direction we have to see the measurements on the ruler, that we will get the proper construction. So while comparing the line segments by mere observation, there may be possibility of error due to improper viewing. Question number 2. Why is it better to use a divider than a ruler while measuring the length of a line segment? Now look at here, this is a divider. At both sides you can see the metal tip. And the answer is, it is better to use a divider than a ruler because the thickness of the ruler may cause the difficulties in reading of its length. However, divider gives up accurate measurement as it taken from end to end. So, divider having two metal tips, and metal tips are thin. So because of this thinness of divider, we can get accurate measurement. But sometimes ruler having thicker edges. So because of the thickness of the ruler may cause the difficulties in reading of its length. So the divider is better to use while measuring the length of line segment. Now the third question. Draw any line segment and give the name, say, AB. Take any point C lying in between A and B. Measure the lengths of AB, BC and AC. Is AB is equal to AC plus CB? Now they give us a note. If A, B, C are any 3 points on a line such that AC plus CB is equal to AB, then we can be sure that C lies between A and B. Now here we see how we will solve this question. Then the answer is yes. Now look at here. This is a line segment AB and you can see this, the C point is at the middle side of the AB. So now imagine that AB is 6.5 and the AC is 3 centimeter and CB is 3.5 centimeter. So now you have to draw a line segment AB of 6.5 centimeter. And on the 3 centimeter you have to notate that point as a C. As like this diagram, your diagram will be C like that. So we can observe that AC plus CB, that is 3 centimeter plus 3.5 centimeter is equal to 6.5 centimeter, which is the measurement of line segment AB. Okay, so we can write here AB is equal to AC plus CB. So yes, AB is equal to AC plus CB. Now to verify whether D is the midpoint of AG. Now look at here. This is the diagram. And the solution is, now look at here, AD. Where is the AD? This is A. Look at here. This is A and this is D. And you can see this between A and D there are the 3 parts. 1, 2 and 3. This is the 1, this is 2 and this is 3. So AD is equal to 3 units. And DG, now look at here, from D to G. Again we can count here the units 1, 2 and 3. So DG is also 3 units. So both are having same measurement. So AD is equal to DG. So we can say that D is the midpoint. Okay, now the fourth one. The fifth one was easy, so I took that first. Now we are going to solve that, the fourth. If A, B, C are 3 points on a line such that AB is equal to 5 centimeter, BC is equal to 3 centimeter and AC is equal to 8 centimeter. Which one of them lies between the other two? Now here is the solution. From the given data, AC is the longest line segment. Look at here, AB is 5 centimeter, BC is 3 centimeter and AC is 8 centimeter. So between this 5, look at here, this 5, this 3 and this one 8. Which one is the bigger number? 8. So AC is the longest line segment. So we can say that B is the midpoint between A and C. Now the sixth one, if B is the midpoint of AC and C is the midpoint of BD, where A, B, C, D lie on the straight line, say why AB or is equal to CD. Now look at here. B is the midpoint of AC and C is the midpoint of BD. Okay, B is the midpoint of AC, that means AB is equal to BC. Midpoint, that means it dividing the line segment in equal 2 parts. And C is the midpoint of BD, that means BC is equal to CD. Okay, now look at here, AB is equal to BC and BC is equal to CD. So BC and this BC is common. So directly we can say this AB is equal to CD. Okay. So from equation 1 and 2 we get AB is equal to CD. So yes, we can say that AB is equal to CD. 7th, draw 5 triangles and measure their sides. Check in each case if the sum of the lengths of any two sides is always greater than the third side. Solution? Yes, sum of two sides of a triangle is always greater than the third side. Now look at here, we will take some examples. Now look at this triangle ABC. Let AB is equal to 2.5 centimeter, BC is equal to 4.8 centimeter and AC is equal to 5.2 centimeter. Now look at here, now I will add this AB and BC. 2.5 plus 4.8 is equal to 7.3 centimeter. Since we know that 7.3 centimeter is greater than the third one side, that is 5.2, 7.3 is greater than 5.2. So AB plus BC, now look at here, how we get the 7.3? By adding the measurements of AB plus BC is greater than AC. So we can say that yes, sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. Now here is the second triangle PQR, and in PQR let PQ is equal to 2 centimeter. Just look at the diagram. QR is equal to 2.5 centimeter and PR is equal to 3.5 centimeter. So PQ plus QR is equal to 2 plus 2.5 centimeter is equal to 4.5 centimeter. Since 4.5 is greater than 3.5, so PQ plus QR is greater than PR. Hence, sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than third side. Now this is the third triangle XYZ. XY is equal to 5 centimeter. Just look at the diagram. YZ is equal to 3 centimeter and ZX is equal to 6.8 centimeter. Now we will add the measurements of XY and YZ. Now look at here. This is XY 5 and YZ 3. So we get here 8 centimeter. And 8 is greater than 6.8. So XY plus YZ is greater than ZX. So hence the sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. Now here is the fourth triangle, triangle MNS. In triangle MNS, MN is equal to 2.7 centimeter, NS is equal to 4 centimeter, MS is equal to 4.7 centimeter. So MN plus NS is equal to 2.7 centimeter plus 4 centimeter is equal to 6.7 centimeter, which is greater than 4.7 centimeter. So we can say that MN plus NS is greater than MS. So the sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. Now last but not the least, the fifth one example. This is the triangle which is named as KML. And you can see this KM is 3.5 centimeter, KL is of 3.5 centimeter and ML is also of 3.5 centimeter. That means measurements of all the three sides are equal. So by adding KL plus LM, that is 3.5 centimeter plus 3.5 centimeter, we get here 7 centimeter. So 7 centimeter is greater than 3.5 centimeter. So KL plus LM is greater than KM. So the sum of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. So we can conclude that the sum of the any two sides of a triangle is never less than the third side. So dear students, As like that, by using the 5 examples of triangle, you have to solve this sum. So, this is your homework that you have to solve exercise 5.1 in your notebook. So, don't waste your time and solve this exercise 5.1 in your notebook. Till then, have a good day.